Hello, wrestling fans. Blake Smith from Walking the Ropes, and welcome to another episode of Walking the Ropes Wrestling Review for AEW Rampage from Norfolk, Virginia. Before I get into the Rampage review, we're going to quickly run down the results from Elevation and Dark for this week. And before we get into all that, make sure to check out the Walking the Ropes link tree for all things Walking the Ropes. To start out for Dark Elevation, we had the Gunn Club defeating Nasty Russ and T-Money, as well as Sean Cook. Nyla Rose, the Bunny, and Amy Sakura defeated Riho, Sky Blue, and Ryo Mizunami. The HFO defeated the Dark Order. Andrade El Idolo defeated Lord Crew. Ruby Soho defeated Charlie Cruel. John Silver defeated QT Marshall. For Dark for this week, we had Powerhouse Hobbs defeating Jason Strife. Andrade El Idolo defeating JC. Sean Spears and Wardlow defeating Rennie D and Eric Cannon. Ruby Soho defeated Hyan. Too Fast Too Fuego defeated Kit Sackett and Brandon Gore. The Acclaimed defeated Alan Five Angels and Colt Cabana. Riho, Chris Statlander, and Riho Mizunami defeated Nyla Rose, the Bunny, and Amy Sakura. Lee Johnson, Brock Anderson, and the Varsity Blondes defeated JD Drake, Ryan Nemeth, Aaron Solo, and Nick Camarado. John Silver defeated Peter Avalon. Sonny Kiss defeated Adam Grace. Preston 10 Vance defeated Mikey Wild. And Scorpio Sky defeated Craven Kant. And for AEW Rampage, we had a singles match. Darby Allin versus Billy Gunn. My tongue got very tied there. I apologize. This is an interesting match, as Darby is definitely used to being the little man in his matches. He quickly is shown this, obviously, as the height difference, but he's actually the one who laid down the challenge. He wanted to fight the biggest and the baddest in AEW, and Billy Gunn decided he was the perfect person to take that challenge. Billy quickly picks up Darby from the lockup and sets him up in the corner and then taunts the crowd. Billy seems to just want to toy with Darby, and Darby starts to pick up the pace, but Billy just sends him flying. Billy is just tossing Darby around at this point while staring down Sting. And he takes it up to the top rope, and Darby just comes to life. He hits a coffin drop on the Gun Club on the outside. Billy does stop him, and he gets cocky and starts mocking Sting some more. And Darby explodes out, hitting a code red, and then a coffin drop, followed by a second coffin drop for the win. Darby Allin defeated Billy Gunn. For my Malteser scale, I gave this a 3.25 out of 5. It was a solid match. I was actually more impressed with it than I thought I would be, considering it was just kind of thrown in. But yeah, it was a very good match. After the match, the Gun Club jumps Sting, and they lay out Sting and Darby and stand tall. I think that's very interesting because the fact that this is not going to be the end of this sort of feud between Gun Club and Darby and Sting is very interesting. It seems like we're going somewhere with the Gun Club, which is awesome. Tony Schiavone then talks with QT Marshall, and QT calls out CM Punk in Chicago and says Punk is worried that he would be put to sleep. We get a recap of the Inner Circle and American Top Team, and then Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page say that they lost one time, whereas the Inner Circle has lost multiple times. And the Inner Circle defeated a guy that didn't even want to be in the match, and they say that this isn't the last that we've seen of them. We get a TBS Championship Tournament match. Jade Cargill versus Red Velvet. And the size difference between these two is always something to see. Whenever they face off, it's kind of hilarious. They stand toe to toe and then just start to beat down each other. Red uses her speed to try and stay ahead of Jade, but Jade eventually does catch her and starts to just beat her down. Red goes for a dive to the outside, but Jade catches her with a huge right and then sets her up for a chokeslam on the apron. Jade then mocks Red as she tosses her around the ring, and Red finally is able to knock Jade off her feet and hits a double knee drop, which then sets her up for a spear, but Jade jumps her and hits a big pump kick and goes for Jaded, but Red rolls her up for a near fall, goes for last slice, but Jade reverses it, hits Jaded, and that's all she wrote. Jade Cargill defeated Red Velvet to move on to the next round of the TBS Championship Tournament to face either Thunder Rosa or Jamie Hayter. And whoever she has to face there will definitely be one of her toughest challenges she's had so far. From ML Teaser scale, I gave this a 3.5 out of 5. It was a solid match, and I actually was more impressed with them than I thought. Like, I didn't really expect much of this match. I thought it was going to be like one of their first matches where it was just Jade squashed her and that was it. But it was actually a really solid match, and I enjoyed it. Rosa says she's already beat Stooge number 1, Reba, and then she's now going to go beat Stooge number 2, Jamie, on Dynamite this Wednesday. CM Punk then accepts QT Marshall's challenge and says, yeah, he's lost in Chicago, but he's also won in Chicago. So bring all the factory, and in Chicago, we'll find out who the turkey is. We then get a recap of Hangman Adam Page and Bryan Danielson, basically just showing what had happened through the week. It was just, a standard recap. We then get Mark Henry talking with the main event competitors, Adam Cole and Bobby Fish, and the Bucks talk about how Jungle Boy tried to end their careers. And Jungle Boy and Cage say that when the numbers are even, the Elite are happy, but when they aren't, they are in a bad mood. Tells them to bring their old friend Bobby, and Christian has his own friend, his chair. We then get the tag team match main event. Adam Cole and Bobby Fish versus the Jurassic Express. This is the first time Cole and Fish have teamed with each other in AEW, and they do it against one of the top teams. Jungle Boy and Cole start out, and Jungle Boy quickly looks to beat down Cole as he chops and kicks Cole. Adam, though, jumps out with a classic kick to the face and makes a tag to Bobby. Fish comes in and continues where Cole left off, and as he beats down on Jungle Boy. But Jungle Boy stopped him finally and is able to tag in Luchasaurus, who comes in and takes complete control. The Jurassic Express double team Bobby Fish for a near fall, and Bobby then distracts the ref, allowing Cole to blindside Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy, this allows Bobby to take control again, and they beat down Jungle Boy in their corner, just doing whatever they need to, just tagging in and out and double teaming him. Jungle Boy takes a huge beating and is finally able to fight out, and tag to Luchasaurus once again, and he comes in and takes on both Adam Cole and Bobby Fish at the same time, and smashes them in the corner, and then tags in Jungle Boy, and they double team Adam Cole for a near fall. Cole and Fish then take out Luchasaurus, and then double team Jungle Boy for a near fall, and they did a brainbuster knee, or a brainbuster kick. It was pretty brutal. It looked awesome. And then Cole and Jungle Boy go back and forth, and Jungle Boy jumps into a super kick from Cole, who goes for the Panama Sunrise, but Luchasaurus stops him, and they brawl in the ring. Fish and Jungle Boy start to go back and forth in the ring after Cole and Luchasaurus kind of spilt out, but the Young Bucks make their way down and stand off with Luchasaurus, and Christian Cage comes out and chases them off, and even chases off Adam Cole, who was trying to stop him. In the ring, Jungle Boy takes control of Bobby Fish and locks in the snare trap for the win. The Jurassic Express defeats Bobby Fish and Adam Cole. From my Malteser scale, I gave this a 4 out of 5. It was a really solid match. I really enjoyed it, and I'm happy that Jurassic Express won. Excuse me. And I hope that they'll eventually win the tag titles. They are one of my favorite tag teams in AEW, and I am just such a huge fan. My overall for the show, I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. It was a really good show for after the pay-per-view and everything. It did exactly what it needed to do. My match of the night goes to the main event. It was a really good main event for all things considered. I mean, we just had probably the best pay-per-view ever, so these matches are not going to burn the house down. My segment of the night goes to QT Marshall challenging CM Punk. I love that. I think it's cool that Punk's just going to get these random challenges, and yeah, it's just really cool. And my performers of the night goes to Jade and Red. I didn't expect the match we got, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, they impressed me. But that is all for this episode of Walking the Ropes Wrestling Review. Thank you all for dropping in. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get notifications whenever we upload a video. And I'll see you in the next one.